You know, we live and we learn. In the time it's taken my husband and I to build 2 companies, we have learned and more importantly lived through some mistakes. I hope these pieces of advice can help both aspiring and existing entrepreneurs succeed in starting and running their own businesses. So, here are some cliff notes of the mistakes you should hear now and avoid. Number 1 is hiring in advance of revenue. You know, there's a common expression that says, don't count your money until it is in the bank. And there is great wisdom in this. Many times in business, we receive contracts or the promise of revenue. However, there is a major difference between having revenue and almost having it. Until revenue actually hits the bank account, you don't have it. And you must overcome the tendency to be optimistic and hire too many people before the revenue is real. Number 2 is borrowing money when you don't really need it, but the bank is willing to lend it. Just because a bank is willing to lend you money does not mean you should accept it. Listen to the experts that say that the bank is in business to collect interest and not to optimize your financial performance. You know, you are ultimately responsible for that. And sometimes these 2 goals meet somewhere near the middle, but it is not as often as you might think. It's not that bankers seek to take advantage of business people, it's only that their objectives and yours are very different. So in general, borrow as much as you need just to grow your business. The problem with credit is not that there is too little available, is that people get too much of it. So borrowing money can add a huge burden to your business and a stress that can often flow into your personal life. Number 3 is pricing yourself too low. You know, unless you are Walmart or trying to be, it is almost always better to sell fewer units at higher prices than to sell more units at lower prices. You know, high prices protect your margins and it also enhances your brand. Even a 5 to 10% price increase can make a significant difference to your bottom line. So make sure you conduct deep industry research on pricing and then price it at or near the market average, and maybe even a little above it. Because when people start a business, they tend to price low to differentiate their offer. And instead, they spend time and develop a real product or service differentiator that you could command those higher prices. So if you price too low at the start, then later have to charge more as your operating costs grow, which they always will do, you may offend and sometimes lose many of your early customers who think that your increases are unfair. So price for decent margins, build and protect a real brand, and maintain your customers to build your business. You know, there's a lot of books out there on entrepreneurship, and I personally read a lot of them. And I did try to implement some of these lessons I learned from them. However, I was not able to succeed as much as I wanted to because I was not willing to listen and learn. I looked and acted as if I were listening, but down deep, I was more interested in being right and proving people wrong. And now that I reflect on it, my real goal maybe was not really to build my business. It was just maybe to prove how smart I was, or at least I thought I was. I like to say that I overcame this mistake, though, through some kind of personal transformation, but I really only learned to listen when I realized that I would never attain much success until I was willing to listen to others. So you need to surround yourself with people who can help you, and these people will and should be people who won't always agree with you. For this reason, all businesses, no matter the size, should have an outside board of directors or a group to advise the entrepreneur. So hopefully these tips will help you avoid making the same financial mistakes we made. And if you need more help or advice on how to manage your business finances, please join us at our next free event, which is coming up on Monday, May 23rd. You can come join us in person or online, but the last day to save your spot is this Saturday on May 21st, so you need to do it today. Just click on the link below to register. That's it for today on this Woven Words Wednesday. I'm Janice Rivera, and until next time, make sure you stay cash flow positive, my friends. Take care.